We waited for a while at the door. We didn't want to go barging in on an intimate moment. The woman's screaming soon stopped, and that was closely followed by what had to be the cry of a newborn baby. After a few more minutes, I decided to knock.
A guy came to the door, quite a young chap. He looked pretty stressed and worn out. I guess it's pretty tough delivering a baby in a shed. He looked a little afraid. He said the hotel manager had given him permission to be there. I guess he thought we were hotel security coming to throw him out.
We reassured him that we were friends and explained about receiving a message from angelic beings. And strangely enough, unlike everybody else, he seemed to understand. So we asked him if we could come in and see this young liberator for ourselves. He opened the door a little further and let us in.
When we came inside, the mother was sitting on this old chair. She looked about 16, that's all, like a schoolgirl. The baby was wrapped up snug in some blankets and sheets that the manager of the hotel had given him. They'd put him in a toolbox, a bit like a carry cot.
The young guy introduced himself and his fiancée, Joe and Maria they were called. They travelled to Oswestry from Aberystwyth on the back of a motorbike. Pretty tough when you're 9 months gone, I'd say. It's no wonder she was desperate to give birth.
As we got talking, I said to Joe, he must be dead proud of this little son. He said it was kind of a proud moment, but it wasn't really his son, and that he and Maria had never slept together. Oh, well done, Kenny, I thought. You put your foot in it good and proper.
Then Maria explained how she'd been visited by an angel as well, and how she was told that this baby she was trusted with was in fact the Son of God.
The Son of God, the Liberator, come to bring hope and happiness to humanity, I said.
Maria and Joe nodded like they knew exactly what that meant. Then they said they were going to call him Jesus, which is an ancient Middle East name meaning rescuer, saviour or liberator.
Jesus, rescuer, saviour, liberator. Cool name, I thought. A bit more interesting than Kenny, or Kevin, or Keith.
I felt like we should offer them a gift or something, but we didn't really have anything suitable.
The next thing, Kev's kneeling down next to the toolbox, holding out a security torch.
Yeah, I just felt this sense of warmth and peace come over me. And next thing, I was sort of down on the ground kneeling. And I think I just laid my torch on the floor there next to the toolbox and said, "This is for you, Jesus, light of the world."
Jesus, light of the world. I like that, Maria said. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we were all smiling at each other, like we knew that this was a very special moment.
Then the baby let out a sound, a bit like a little laugh, and we all laughed too.
Felt like we could just stay there all night, but we knew that we should leave and let the happy family get some rest.
So that was it really. The sky full of extraterrestrial angelic messengers, and the Son of God born in a shed in Oswestry. What a night it was. What you might call a sacred night. A holy night.
As we walked back through town, we talked about how we could help Joe and Maria, and what might happen to little Jesus as he grows up in this screwed up world.
We know that some ancient stories say that if the Son of God ever comes to the earth, he'll have to die a cruel death in order to bring hope and peace to humanity.
We couldn't bear to think of that. Precious little child, destined for torture and a painful death. Our conversation stopped and we walked on in silence.
As we crossed the town, it was strangely quiet. The Winterfest revelries were finished. It somehow seemed that from this night onwards, the world would never be the same again.